Look, I don't know about you, but I think 2024 has been a really solid year for horror movies so far. And while it's been great to watch a lot of these movies come out and live through the hype with each and every one of you, let's not forget about what is coming. And what's coming has the potential to be the best horror movie of 2024.
Nosferatu.
Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Nick here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about what I think could be the movie of the year that has yet to come out, that I don't think enough people are talking about, and so this is my PSA. This is me getting the word out there. This is me communicating with you guys, my audience, and to anybody new finding me, that I feel like it is very important that we go out and support this movie. So this Christmas, that's right, Christmas Day, director Robert Eggers is bringing us Nosferatu. Now, we're all familiar with this story. Like, all of us have seen an iteration of this story over the years. Come on, Dracula, vampires, like, this is ingrained in our culture. It's in our DNA. But in recent years, when filmmakers have tried to revive this subgenre of horror, it hasn't gone well. I will be the first person to admit that I am ashamed of myself for having not gone out and seen Renfield in theaters because I loved it. Super fun, over-the-top, gory, cheesy movie, but it knew what it was, it ran with it, and it was a great time. And another one was Last Voyage of the Demeter, which was definitely darker, definitely more of a creature feature, and a great movie in its own right, just very different from Renfield. But what do both of those movies have in common? They both flopped. They flopped at the box office. Nobody went to see them. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot let that happen to Nosferatu. And there's a lot of reasons why. First, Robert Eggers is a great filmmaker. And I know that some of you may be hesitant to say that because he's only had a couple movies under his belt so far. But this guy is just different. He's very, very unique. You guys know I love Mike Flanagan, James Wan, guys that are working today at the top of their game. But I feel like Eggers is just so different from all of them that you know a Robert Eggers movie when you see it. The Witch was my introduction to him, as it was most people's introduction to him, and I loved the movie. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it had a lot to say. I loved the way the film looked, and unlike a lot of highbrow elevated horror movies, I actually feel like it delivered in substance. The Witch is a great movie. Lighthouse is definitely more of an acquired taste, but it's led by two amazing performances by Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. All the while, just aesthetically, it is born of a different time. It is not the kind of movie that you go see in theaters nowadays. I really, really enjoyed the movie. It made me think. It really got under my skin in a lot of ways. And The Northman, while not a horror movie, still a phenomenal movie in its own right. Robert Eggers has established himself. He has an eye. The way he makes movies, the way they are presented on film, again, it doesn't feel like it's born of this time. And I don't think we talk enough about that. So already having him behind the camera is a plus. Then you look at the cast, and from top to bottom, this thing is freaking loaded. You have Lily Rose Depp, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Willem Dafoe, Ralph Ineson, and not to forget, the man himself, Bill Skarsgård, playing Count Orlok. And I saw something today that blew my mind. Apparently, he took lessons to get his voice an octave lower for this film. After being warned that it could do damage to his vocal cords, he didn't care. He wanted this character to be totally different than anything he's ever done before. And that dedication right there, and every just little glimpse, shadow, whatever it is we've gotten of him so far, I cannot freaking wait to see him unveiled on screen because holy shit. You watch this trailer and just like The Witch or just like The Lighthouse, it just looks so different. It feels so different. There is elegance to it. There's class to it. This genuinely feels like I don't even know. It feels like you're eating a 5-star, 10-course meal at the nicest restaurant in town. And a lot of people may look at you weird for what you're wearing and why you are where you are, but you're sitting there knowing like, yes, this is fantastic. And the marketing for this movie so far has been really, really smart because it has taken the tact of you're not going to see Bill Skarsgård as the Count until you see the movie. Like, Robert Eggers has already come out and said that. You will not see him before the movie comes out. Not only do I think that's the right approach, I think it adds this air of menace to the trailers and to the movie itself, because I think so many of us are wondering what that's going to look like. We have ideas in our head, but we don't know until we go see the movie. And knowing what Bill put into this role and how they're hiding him behind a curtain leading up to the release of the movie, it just makes me feel like this is going to be something so memorable, both in presentation and how it's delivered by the actor in the performance that he's given. A part of me does worry because this is going to be a period piece. It's going to be a very gothic, slow burn, old school horror film. And I don't know if that really plays well with today's audiences. But I have hope. I have hope because I feel like this movie is going to get rave reviews. I think the buzz is going to be crazy for this movie. So this is my plea to you guys. Do not make the same mistake that so many of us made with Renfield and The Last Voyage of the Demeter. This movie is coming out again at a worrisome time for me, Christmas Day. Now, that is the biggest film-going day of the year, apparently, for families. This isn't a family movie. So I kind of wonder, is that going to help or hurt this movie? I just don't know. And we're not going to know until it comes out and we all just experience it and we just see what's going to happen. But I cannot stress enough how important I think it is to go support this movie. Like the vampire subgenre is dead, and I'm never going to accept that. There are some classic all-timers, and they've come out over decades. It's not just one period of time where vampires movies did well, and then they never did well again. That's just not the case. I feel like it has to be a perfect storm of word of mouth, performances, quality of film, whatever it is, when it came out, whatever it is, a combination of all of them. Whatever it is, I need this movie to be that. No, not for a franchise or sequels. No, because it's never going to happen. Eggers is never going to make a sequel to this movie. That's not the point. The point is to send a message. The point is to reward filmmakers that are giving us something through their blood, sweat, and tears. How many times do I see so many people complaining on social media that we just keep getting the same stuff recycled over and over again, that nothing feels like a passion project anymore, that it all feels like a cash grab by a studio that is totally soulless. You cannot watch this trailer. You cannot see the promotional material. You cannot hear a word Robert Eggers says and think that this movie is going to be that. It's just not. This movie is going to be a tour de force in filmmaking. I genuinely believe that, and I think that we owe it to filmmakers like Robert Eggers and actors like Bill Skarsgård that are going to give their all to a role to go support the movie. So guys, I need you to go see Nosferatu this December. This movie needs to be a success. I hope it's good. I really, really hope it's good. I have no doubt that it's going to be. But regardless, get your asses out and go see this movie, because everything I am seeing and hearing about this movie leading up to it makes me believe that while we have just hyped up some movies throughout the year so far, we are blind to what's coming. And what's coming, I think, has the potential to be the best movie of the frickin' year. So that is my impassioned plea for you guys to remember that Nosferatu is almost here and that we all need to go support it. But I want to hear down below in the comment section what you guys think so far of what you've seen and heard from the film. Are you excited? Are you a fan of Eggers? Are you not? Is this a movie that maybe might make you step out of your comfort zone to go see it? I want to hear all of that and more down below in the comment section. Please make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and I'm pulling out.